Hey, this is Scott from Bonsai here today with a Canon 28 to 90mm EF lens version 3 f4 to 5.6 with the Bitrate speed booster and a Canon EOS M50. Curious to see how this lens is. So the first time taking it out with the speed booster. This first off looks pretty interesting. Looks like something unique. Is that a little path? Yeah. Walk down this path and already I've got some interesting plants to try to take some photos of. I'm going to start off with the setup, just an aperture priority, see what happens. Having the nice range of 28 to 90 isn't too bad. What you saw there was pretty much all the footage I got from that photo outing. The GoPro Hero 9 Black failed me again. Failed me in the previous one with the graduation photos, and now this one. It's these long extended recordings that this thing doesn't seem to want to do with the settings that I've been using, the memory cards I've been using. So it's frustrating to see because I do like the camera. I like the aspects of it more so than the Osmo Action that I'm using, which I'm probably going to be using even more now. But I will attempt to make this work consistently by adjusting the settings. Who knows if that's going to really help or not. Talking about settings a little bit, I have been using high bitrate all of the time, which I think might be the issue now because I've tried multiple memory cards. The SanDisk ones that I have, Extreme Plus I think they are, those have failed multiple times. The Samsung ones that I have that are Evo Plus, I think, that was the one failure. This one, I don't know if it is memory card related. It could potentially be my memory cards, even though they're decent and they're rated for 4K, they're not fast enough. I will attempt to use this in normal bitrate mode and see if it does work with my memory cards, because the high bitrate is 100 megabits per second, which if you divide that by 8, you're getting like 12 or 13 megabytes a second, consistent writing, but I don't know if that's variable or it's like the maximum bitrate. Even so, I don't think this thing should fail like it does. It's frustrating because it looks like it's constantly recording, so even if it were a bitrate issue, you would think the camera would just stop recording and then it'd see that the light is, stopping to flash. But no, it's more of a really laggy experience. The last situation, I don't have any footage obviously, but I saw that the front screen was kind of garbled in a little bit of it. When I was trying to stop it, I pressed this multiple times, which was probably a bad idea. Eventually it stopped, but what happened is that I lost pretty much everything besides the first clip, because these cameras split files into 4 gigabytes. Even if you have exFAT formatted memory card, they still split it because it's a safety feature, but obviously their safety feature does not work, because if it did work, I would still have the vast majority of the footage, and maybe not the last clip, but in this case, I have the first clip and have a little bit of the last clip, and then I think one other file that was super short. I probably tried to use both cameras for a while just to mess with the settings, try to figure out what's going on. I do use 4K, I use stabilization usually, like I said, high bit rate, but besides that, not too much. Actually, this has failed on the max lens mod mode, which was the graduation photo shoot, and that's 2.7K, so you'd think even if it were high bit rate 2.7K, there would be less data. I think it's more of a really bad programming firmware issue. I'm using 1.52, which I think is the latest. So I'm gonna keep working with it and try to build up some trust again with low bit rates, 4K. Hopefully that is the thing that helps. We'll see. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Scott from Bonsai. Thanks. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and the plus feature. All that helps out a lot. See ya.